Hi, my name is Kari and I'm the product architect here at FieldSync. What I'd like to focus on in this video is our mobile application. I'd like to show you how you can use FieldSync and integrate it into your daily workflow easily and inexpensively, and provide your users with the ability to complete data and get it back to you as quickly as possible. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is my iPad. And for the purposes of this demo, let's say that I'm an employee of a company that has multiple locations across the country, and I work at the Boise location. So after I've logged in to my mobile application, the first thing I'm going to do is go into my data entry module. And what this is going to show me is all of the tasks that have been assigned to me that need to be completed today. Now, the task that you see on your screen now is my time card. This has been set up as a task that needs to be completed Monday through Friday, and this task has been assigned to all of the individuals that work at the Boise location, so they will see the same task and be able to enter their data. So I'm going to select the task. And what I'm seeing now is a form that was set up by my manager on the web very easily to provide me with instruction in the fields that I need to complete my time card. So as I scroll down, I see what the instructions are. I already have my date selected by default. My time is also selected by default, but I can go ahead and change this. And for this task, I don't need to enter a title. I'm indicating that I'm completing the task. And now I'm going to select the shift that I'm logging in for. So let's choose the morning shift. Now I'm going to go ahead and clock in for the morning shift. Now obviously it's not 6 a.m. in the morning, and the date and time that you're seeing on your screen now is the exact moment that I select the button. So this is going to capture an accurate portrayal of when your users are actually clocking in, just like they would on a time clock. So now I can save the record and go about my day, and then I can come back later when I need to clock out for lunch and then out for the day. So let's go back to my home screen. Right away I can see in my messages that I have 2 new messages that have not been read. So I need to go into my messages module, and here I can see that a first message from my manager. When I go into the message, I can see that I need to complete an inspection of the vehicle fleet at the Boise location. So I can go ahead and go back to my inbox, and I also see that I have another message about a company meeting. So I can go ahead and reply to my manager and indicate I'll be there. And send that message off. Now as soon as I synchronize, she'll get a response to my message. Okay, so I need to do an inspection log per the message sent by my manager. So I'm going to go into my logs, which contains all of the forms that have been created by my manager, again on the web application. So I'll select the New button. The customer that I'm selecting is our Boise location, because we've set up the application that our customers are each of our various locations around the country. And now I can come into my log type, and I know that I need to complete the inspection form. So I select that, and by selecting that, all of the fields that need to be completed for this form have been populated down below, and those are the custom fields that my manager has selected based on a paper form that we used to use. So now I'll go through and complete the inspection. I'll set the time. I can put a subject of Boise Fleet. And right now I don't have any notes that I need to enter. And let's go down and complete the inspection. So date and time of inspection, again, it's a date and time stamp that allows me to indicate the exact time. The region is going to be the Western region. And then I can actually capture my exact latitude and longitude. Now the first inspection that I'm doing is on a Chevrolet, and we have multiple different models. So I'm going to start by selecting T because it's a Tahoe, and here you can see an example of our multi-select list where it will display all of the models that fit the criteria. So as I start to add more letters, it will filter down that list, and I can select Tahoe. Now the next question asks me, is there damage? So I'll go ahead and select yes, and now to provide proof about the damage, I can go ahead and take a photo. Now what I've done is just taken a photo of the office chair in my office, but obviously in a real scenario I would be taking a photo of the damaged vehicle. Then I can indicate the severity. So let's say the damage is pretty bad, and I'm going to rate it at an 8. I can also come in and add comments. and I can indicate needs repair to windshield. Okay, then I see a confirmation message that says, I confirm that all information entered above is accurate. So then I can sign. I also want to indicate that follow-up is needed because since there's damage and repairs need to be completed, I want to make sure that that follow-up is done. Now, in addition, since repair needs to be completed, I'm going to change the priority of this log to critical because if the audit's being done later in the week, then we need to get the vehicle fixed right away. So now I'm going to save the record, and now you can see that a log has been added. It has an exclamation mark indicating that the priority is high, and as soon as I synchronize, that information is going to go back to the office. Now that I've completed the inspection, let's say it's time for me to go to lunch. So I'll go back into my data entry, go back into my time card, and go into the entry for today, and now I can come down here and clock out for lunch. So again, it's going to capture the time that I clock out exactly. And now let's say I'm returning from lunch and I can clock back in. We'll save the record again. So now I'm going to go over to my web application where I've logged in as the manager. And here you can see that the inspection form that requires follow-up has been displayed on my dashboard. So I have instant visibility to the data that was just collected in the field. So as the manager, I can go in and take a look, and here you can see all of the data that was entered, including the photo and the signature. And I can see that it was requested that repair needs to be done. So I'm going to come up here in the notes and add a note that says, please submit repair request. And I can indicate the follow-up on this log was completed. So now I'll go ahead and save that. And when I come back to my mobile application, now that I'm back from lunch, I can sync again. And when I go into logs, I can go in and check on the status of the log that I submitted. I can see that follow-up was completed and that I need to submit a repair request. So what I will do is create a follow-up log. Now this allows me to choose a different form, but will be attached to the log that I already created. So I'll choose request for service. We know that the priority needs to be set to high because it's time sensitive. You can see that it's been created now as a follow-up, and in the notes I'm going to say please repair windshield. And now I can save that. And now you can see in the message there, it says notifications are required for this log. Would you like to synchronize now? So what that means is in the background, when my manager set up that form, she wanted every request for service to send an email to our service department. So by creating that log, an email was automatically sent to my service department indicating that there was a new request for service. So when they log into the web application, they can see that request for service and complete the service. So now that I've finished out my day, I'm going to go in to data entry again, back into my time card entry for today. Come down and clock out, and I can indicate my total hours here. I didn't work any overtime. And then you can see that I have an acknowledgement here indicating that by signing below that the hours I entered were correct. I'll sign that. I'll enter in my supervisor name, and then she will have visibility to go into that time card entry and sign it and to indicate that she approves that timesheet. So now whoever's doing the payroll can log into the web application, see that information, export it to Excel, and complete the payroll. So those are just some quick examples of how you can utilize FieldSync within the day-to-day operations of your business and allow your users to quickly and easily get information into FieldSync and back to the home office as quickly as possible. If you have any questions or would like to see a further demo, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Thank you.